Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's YouTube video. I honestly wasn't even sure what I was gonna shoot when I woke up this morning, and then it hit me that it would be a good time to shoot a video talking about how to become a successful blogger, but more importantly, how to become a full-time blogger. Now, I did launch another YouTube video talking about how I was able to transform my beginner blog into a real business in just 1 year. But in this video, I wanna share more tips with you guys, and I wanna talk about the basics of blogging, what it really means to start a blog, as well as how you can grow your following and create a connection with your audience, because really your audience is what's going to make you successful, as well as how you can make money, because if you want to be a full-time blogger, you need to have the money to help support you to get you there. So there's really a lot that I want to cover in this video. And if you are new here and you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and let's just go ahead and get into it. Now, in this video, I'm not going to walk you through a tutorial of how to create a blog, how to create a website, because honestly, guys, there are so many other tutorials here online talking about how to create a website. I want to talk about the things that I feel like not a lot of other people are talking about, and the things you need to know before you get started and before you really try to become a successful blogger. So the first thing that you need to do, if you are ready to become a successful blogger, is to decide why you want to become a blogger. Why do you want to make blogging your career? And I've said this a million times, and I'm going to say it again. If you are going into it thinking that you are going to make buku bucks and you just want to do it so that you can work for yourself, you can just share your life online, post a quick photo, and make a lot of money, it's not going to be enough to keep you motivated, especially when you are a couple of years in and you're not making the money that you originally thought that you would be making. So you really need to have a good why and a good reason as to why you want to become a successful blogger. From there, you can determine what kind of content you want to share. And I'm really talking about the topic. So what is your main topic? What is your niche? If you are going to focus on beauty and fashion, stick to beauty and fashion. If you want to be a lifestyle influencer, man, you can talk about just about anything. But if you want to be like health, fitness, food, technology, maybe you specifically want to talk about mental health or personal development, you really want to make sure that you understand your niche and you understand the topics that you are going to cover within your blog and on your social media channels that are going to then support your blog. And this is where you get to decide what platform you are going to use as your main hub to build your brand. It can be Instagram or it can be your website. Now, I honestly believe that if you have an Instagram account, you should also have a website. And I didn't mention this in the other video. I just launched a video talking about the difference between YouTube and a blog and what one is right for you. So if you're debating about becoming a YouTuber or a blogger, make sure you check out that video right here. But in that video, I forgot to mention that with YouTube, you do not own YouTube. You do not own Facebook. You do not own Instagram. And there have been so many times where those platforms have crashed. Instagram just crashed last week, was super glitchy, and I couldn't get on there and talk to my audience on Instagram stories. And that is why I'm so thankful that I have a website, because no matter what, I own my website. That is my one hub where I truly get to interact with my audience as well as my email list. But I really don't want to get into that in today's video. So if you have an Instagram account, I honestly believe that you should also have a website as well, just so that you have something to back you up just in case Instagram goes away, because we really do not know the future of those platforms. But what I was originally saying before I kind of got into that little rant is that you need to decide what platform is going to be your platform and what kind of content are you going to create. So with Instagram going to be your main platform and you're going to share a lot of images or maybe some videos and you're going to do stuff mainly on Instagram, or are you going to focus more on your blog and share blog posts and blog content? You need to figure that out from the very beginning before you waste your money and invest in something that maybe you don't really even need. Really quickly, I just want to run through the equipment, because this is a question that I get asked a lot, is what equipment I am using or what platform I am using for my blog or my Instagram account. So I shoot just about all of my Instagram photos on my Nikon camera. It is a DSLR, but some of my Instagram photos I just shoot on my iPhone. So if you do not have a good camera, just start with your phone. Trust me, phones these days have pretty good cameras. If you are going to be shooting your photos by yourself, you are going to need a tripod. This is my small tripod. I am currently shooting on my large tripod right now. So I do have 2 tripods that I use. And then another cool thing when it comes to Instagram, especially if you are going to be using a DSLR, is to get this really cool converter. This is what I use to get my photos from my DSLR to my phone, and then I do all of my editing on my phone. And you probably want to know what editing software I use when it comes to editing my Instagram photos as well. So I use the Lightroom app. I freaking love it. I use Facetune, and I also use Snapseed. And then when it comes to your blog, you are going to need a computer, an iPad, a laptop, or something that you can use to obviously create a website and launch blog posts. I have a WordPress website, a WordPress.org website, and I absolutely love it. And honestly, if you want to learn more, I do have YouTube videos and blog posts and everything about how to start a blog and the programs and stuff that I use to run my blog. So I will include those in the description bar down below. I feel like a lot of people look at bloggers and influencers and they think that their success directly relates to the number of followers that they have. And I'm not going to lie, a key factor of your success as a blogger comes down to the amount of people you reach, the community you build, and the connection that you have with your audience. It's obvious that someone that has only 100 followers on Instagram is not going to be doing as well as someone that has 1 million followers on Instagram. But it is important to note that someone that has maybe only 500,000 followers on Instagram, which yes, that is still a lot of followers, they could be making more money than the person that has 1 million followers on Instagram just because the way they run their business or the brand deals that they get or the income streams that they have. So it really all comes down to the way you make your money ultimately, but you do need to grow your following. You do need to have that audience if you want to become a successful blogger. So I want to share some tips on how you can create a connection with your audience and make yourself memorable and stand out here online. One of the best things I think you can do as a blogger is to make yourself part of someone's routine. So that comes down to your blog posts, that comes down to your Instagram, and just however you create your content or you interact with your audience. If you typically share a blog post on Tuesday at, let's say, 1 o'clock, and then randomly you launch a blog post Friday at 5 p.m., no one is gonna know to go to your website and to see that blog post. So you need to show up consistently with your audience. And this is something that I do with my Instagram. I show up every single day on my Instagram stories to talk with my audience. And I notice that the same people come back for my Instagram stories and they expect to see me every single day talking on my Instagram stories. And that consistency keeps people coming back for more. So not only is it great because it gives you a structure and it keeps you consistent with the content you are uploading, but it makes you a part of your audience's regular routine. So whether that's a daily routine, they see a new Instagram photo every single day, or maybe it's a new blog post twice a week on certain days, they know that when they wake up that day that they have a piece of content from you and they will keep coming back for more every time it is that day because they expect it because you are part of their life. Now, when it comes to creating content, there's a few things that you have to remember. And the very first one is so simple, but also so hard at the same time. And it's to just be you. Just be real and just be honest and authentic and create unique content. Don't copy other people and don't try to be someone that you're not. Just be you because your audience will see right through that crap and they won't follow you or you'll lose the followers that you already have. And along with that, I think it's really important to share your struggles, share your wins, share your life, and be open and honest to your audience. When they can connect with you, when they can resonate with what you are saying, they're more likely going to build that attachment to you and become invested in your life and want to know more. So when you are creating your content, I think it is so important to not just tell them what you are doing or tell them what you did that day, but actually bring them along and show them your real life. This is something that I try to do every single day when I'm running errands or I'm going to the gym, I'm going to yoga, or maybe I'm creating a YouTube video or I'm doing some client work. I like to bring my audience a little bit behind the scenes and I walk them through what I'm doing. I share with them a little bit more about my life, and something that's not even related to what I talk about is my garden. My audience, for some reason, loves my garden, and I'm so happy about it because I'm obsessed with plants. I've got a lot of house plants, but I also have a big raised bed garden in the back of my yard that has 4 beds. So I walk my audience through my garden and I show them exactly what I'm doing, and they honestly seem to love it because I'm bringing them behind the scenes and they're getting a real look at what I see through my own eyes. Another thing that you really need to take into consideration when you are creating your content is to give your audience what they want and what they are looking for. If you look at your Instagram analytics and you notice that all of the photos of your dog aren't performing as well as the photos of your face, maybe you shouldn't be posting as many photos of your dog, even though I'm sure your dog is super cute and you love sharing photos of your dog, because trust me, I love sharing photos of my dog, but it's just an example, okay? It's just an example. You wanna make sure that you're paying attention to your analytics and you see what your audience actually likes, what they are enjoying. But one of the other things that I love to do, I like to pay attention to when I am talking on Instagram stories, what my audience is engaging with the most and what they are most interested in. So the Instagram stories that I get the most amount of DMs from, or the Instagram posts that I get the most amount of comments from, I will take take that into consideration and I will create more content around that. I'm here to provide you guys with content that you want to see. And the last tip I have for you when it comes to creating a connection with your audience is to respond to their comments, their DMs, and their emails. Trust me, they may not notice when you don't respond to a comment that they left on a YouTube video or maybe a photo, especially if it's just a compliment and it's not a question. But when you take the time out of your day to respond to them, they will notice. And that helps to build your authenticity and create a better connection with them. They will appreciate you for taking the time out of your day and acknowledging them. Everyone wants to be seen, everyone wants to be heard. So when you respond to a simple message that was sent to you, even if it's just with an emoji, they will appreciate it and that will help to keep them attached and coming back for more. Now it's time to talk money, and I'm sure that this is the part that you've been waiting for. You want to know how you can make money fast or how you can make money from the very first month of launching your blog. But I honestly think that it is so much more important that you focus on growing your audience and creating that connection with your audience through your content before you even really focus on the money side of blogging. But I'm not gonna lie, I think I was maybe 3 months into my blog when I realized that I could really monetize it, and I started to dive into ads and affiliate marketing and stuff like that. So if that is you, I understand, and that's totally okay. So I want to share some tips on how you can make money with your blog. Now, I don't think that this is something that a lot of people would recommend you do. A lot of people would say that you need to get ads and you need to start applying to affiliate programs and start building relationships with brands. But one thing that I think is so great to making more money over time is to create a money plan for your blog. You need to figure out exactly how much money you want to be making every single month, whether that's just $1,000 a month, maybe that's $50,000 a month. You need to figure out what your goal is and a goal you can achieve honestly within the year. Then once you have that number, how much you want to be making a month, you can figure out all of the income streams that you want to have and the money that needs to come from each income stream. So this is something that I did when I launched my Blog Biz Bundle and the Blog Hustler. I took the price of the product subtracted by the fees that I had to pay as well as the taxes, and I determined how many products I would have to sell to reach a certain number. That way I had a very clear picture on what I had to get done to make a certain amount of money. So you need to come up with all of your income streams that you could possibly have, not the income streams that you have now, but income streams that you could possibly have, and how much money you want to be making from each of them. Then at that point, you can create an action plan to make that money. So if you want to make more money with ads, you obviously need to get ads on your website, but you also need to get more eyeballs on your website. If you want to make money by working with brands, you need to create a relationship with brands. So maybe you start sending them emails, or maybe you start sharing Instagram photos and you tag their products and you tag their account every single time you do that. Trust me, over time, you're going to get their attention. And maybe another good idea would be to start as an affiliate, and then over time, you might land sponsored posts. And then the same thing happens with affiliate marketing. Make sure that you are always tagging the brand and you are always including your affiliate links, because really that's the only way you're going to make money with affiliate marketing. Now, one thing that I think is so important to note when it comes to money is that you are going to see those influencers that are landing those sponsored posts and they're landing those sponsored ads on Instagram, but it has taken them a long time to get to that point. And if you are a beginner blogger and you are just starting out today, it's going to take you a while to get there. So you can't really expect to make that kind of income from the very beginning, and it might not be practical to say that you are going to make that kind of income within your first year. So what I would focus on is your ads, your affiliate marketing, and maybe services or products that you can start to develop. But really, it's going to come down to creating amazing content, building that connection with your audience, and then the buku bucks that you're trying to make, it's going to come along a little bit later. Now, since you made it this far in this video, I figure I should probably share my 2 very best tips with you. So if you did make it this far, let me know in the comment section down below. But the very first tip I have to give you is to create content that no one else is sharing. Do not copy what other people are doing just because you think it's going to get you views or it's going to get you likes. You will actually end up growing more if you are unique and you do something different. That's what's going to make you stand out and make people want to follow you. So sure, it is fine to copy other people's Instagram poses, especially if you do not know what to do and you just want to draw inspiration from other people. I have got a board on Pinterest that is just filled with Instagram photo ideas, so that when I am really lacking on the idea side, I can scroll through that board and I can draw inspiration from other people. My goal is to never copy them and directly copy their image, but what I will do, I'll take a look at their pose, or I'll take a look at their lighting, or I'll take a look at their editing, and I will try to think of a way that I can use that in my own style that's still going to accurately reflect my brand. And the second tip is to never ever give up. You guys know that I said in the beginning of this video that if you are going in it for the money, you're most likely to drop out because it's going to take you a while to start making money. It's not just going to be the first 3 months. It may honestly take you 3 years. And if your head is not in it for the right reasons, you are going to drop out. So you never know how many times you have to fall down before you will actually get up and start running. So never ever give up. Success happens at a different rate for every single person, and that money will come at a different rate for you compared to the way that it is coming to me. So just stick with it, stay the course, create a plan, do little action steps every single day, and keep pushing yourself towards that goal. Because if you think that you are meant to be a successful blogger and work full-time as a blogger, then you are going to be successful. You just have to stick to it. And that is it for this video. So I hope you guys liked it and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel while you are down there. If you guys already have a blog or a website or an Instagram account and you want to link it in the comment section down below, please do. I love checking you guys out and seeing what you are doing. So thank you guys so much for supporting me, for supporting my YouTube channel and my blog, and I will see you guys back here in another video in 3 days. Bye guys.